Okay, welcome back to another video. It's been a minute since I've honestly just made like a video like this in general, and this one is a piercing video, as you can tell by the title. I don't know, I wanted to sit down and kind of update you guys on my piercings because I feel like I haven't really talked about them, especially like since I took out like my left side, both of those. So we're just gonna kind of go from like my bridge piercing and work my way down with them and like my ears and all of that. So we're just gonna jump right into it. So jumping in with my bridge piercing, first things first, no, it didn't hurt like people think that it does. I do have a video of it up on my Instagram if you guys want to scroll through that and see it, or I will probably actually like do like a little link down in the description, like directly to that video of me getting it pierced. A lot of people think that it hurt, but it actually, I would say it's equivalent to getting your nostril pierced. So if you've ever had your nostril pierced, I'd say it's kind of equivalent to that. Of course, everyone has like a different pain tolerance, and I do have a lot of facial piercings, so this one was quite easy for me. It's fine, it's healed for the most part. I have two little pimples like right in the middle, so like let's ignore that. It still from time to time gets crusties. I mean, it's probably not like 110% healed, you know, because like, you know, it does move a little bit, and it just has its moments where sometimes it's a little irritated. I did have a bump on this side for a little while, but honestly I just kept washing it with hot soapy water. You know, like when I'm in the shower, I use H2 Ocean spray on like all of my piercings, so that, you know, that helps. And I did, this is a 10mm, and I'm pretty sure the original jewelry that I was pierced with was a 12mm, which, you know, gives you that room and space for swelling and whatnot. So yeah, I did have to size down. I originally accidentally got, well, I didn't really accidentally get, I purposely got an 8mm when I first did it, because I thought since that area is so thin, because I have a very thin nose, that I thought an 8mm would be fine. It was not. It was like too small, like it wouldn't even pop out the other end. So a 10mm literally fits perfectly. So it is a 16 gauge 10mm straight bar. It was a 14 gauge originally, but I don't know what it is. I just like 16 gauge, and I just felt like maybe a 16 gauge in that area would fit me better, just because I don't have a shit ton of skin, so I thought a little smaller and the diameter would be better. Plus I don't know what it is. I just like all my facial jewelry to be 16 gauge for the most part. My nostrils are doing pretty good. I have always had an issue with the right side, so if you ever see it really irritated and red, I'm aware, I fully know. Actually, the keloid that I did have there is like almost like gone, like you can't even see it, like you can kind of see the area, but for the most part it's actually doing really good right now. There was a huge fucking bump, a huge keloid on it, and I've done everything. It's kind of like when I had my eyebrow piercing. If you've been watching me for a while, I struggled with it like really fucking bad, and finally obviously I just like took it out, and I don't mind my eyebrow piercing being gone. Sometimes I do miss it, but like not a whole lot. It's kind of like my belly button piercing. I don't have it. I don't plan on getting it pierced again because I just, all the scar tissue, it didn't go well the first time, and I kind of don't really care to have my belly button pierced. I'm actually kind of like, you're not in my fucking way, so yeah. But eyebrow piercing, belly button piercing, I probably won't be getting those again. Yes, I've thought about piercing my eyebrow again, but I don't think I will. I've refrained from that. But we can't say that I never will, because knowing me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do something, and then all of a sudden I randomly fucking do it. But yeah, my nostrils have been good. This one is my best one. My septum never, ever has given me any problems. Knock on fucking wood. I love my septum piercing. That my septum piercing will probably be my piercing that I will have for a very, very, very long time. My nostrils probably, but when it comes to taking out my nostrils, I can see me probably taking out my right one first. And they are a little uneven now. They used to be more even, but this one kind of gotten a little lower, but it is what it is. It's not that bad, and I feel like a lot of people, typically theirs isn't like 110% point on, but it doesn't really bug me like it did my lips. So moving on to my lips. This is the one that a lot of people are like, what happened? Why did you take out the two on your left side? For the longest time, I have had my snake bites, which is the two like inner ones. Those ones will forever be my babies. Those are literally home to me. That just made me feel like me. And then they got really uneven because when they were pierced like a bit crooked, like uneven, and this one was closer up and it just didn't sit right. So throughout like the last 2 years, it had like kind of gotten up and it looked like it was coming out more from like the top of my lip than inside, and it didn't really look nice, and people were starting to notice it more, so I was like, God damn it. So I took it out, and they said to wait 6 months. I'm fucking impatient, but another piercer, the one who actually ended up giving me shark bites, he said that I only had to wait 3. And at the time it had been 2, so a month later, I got shark bites. And I got shark bites because, first of all, I've always wanted to get like an extra little like oomph there. I'm very much a mouth piercing type of person, a lip piercing type of person. So to my stalker, yes, I'm gonna put that in here. No, I did not fucking get them because of you. I didn't even know you had them because I don't stalk you. So no, I got them solely because I wanted them myself. And because I had to get this one re-pierced, and I should have learned that there was gonna be issues because my body does not do good with re-pierced areas, and I've now really learned that with my lip because I had them for just 3 months or something like that, and I woke up one morning and I had this same jewelry in, and my lip was so ridiculously swollen. Like, it was bad, and it fucking hurt like a bitch, and I was like, oh my god, I have to take my fucking picture at Secretary of State today for like my license or whatever to get my, because I was turning 21. So I had to get like a whole new picture taken, and I was like, oh my god, I can't go in with this fat ass lip. You can on my license see that it is still swollen, but it wasn't as bad as it was because I clearly made the decision to take them out. So I took them out because, well, I could have kept the outer one, but that would look dumb as shit having one outer one because the original placement is right where that is, because that's snake bites, and having the 2 on each side is shark bites. And I love them, don't get me wrong, I love them, but I knew what was best for me, and I knew that it was only just probably going to get worse, and I was going to have more complications, so I just decided to, yes, take it out. And I feel like, as bummed because, I feel like like I said, my babies are my snake bites, and I feel like because I had that one out for already those, like, 3 months, and then, I don't know, I feel like it didn't kill me as much as, you know, I'm someone who actually gets OCD, and I have, like, this, I like things to be even, so this is, like, extremely triggering for me. But yeah, so that's why I took out my lip. It's just the re-piercing, of things on my body just don't really go well for me. So my lip, it was just so fucking bad, and it fucking hurt, and I was like, I love that. So yes, and now we're gonna kind of go inside the face. My tongue piercing, my scoop piercing, I got her done September 11th of last year, so it's been a few months now. I love her. She is at a 8mm bar right now, and I think I'm gonna keep her just at an 8. She's pretty comfortable at an 8. It was originally pierced with a 12mm, you know, because of swelling and all that. If you didn't watch my last, like, big, long update on my piercings that I did a few months ago, then you probably don't know, but I was on a macaroni and cheese diet. for a good 2 weeks. Yeah, macaroni and cheese for 2 weeks. But after that, and it probably took me about like 6 to 8 weeks, so like that 2-month mark, to start being able to really properly talk again. But I don't have my lisp or anything like I did. Obviously I talk just normal, so that's gone. I don't bite on the jewelry like I used to. Every once in a great blue moon, I'll accidentally, like, you know, bite on it. But because the jewelry is a bit shorter now, because it's an 8mm, and just where it sits in my tongue, it doesn't affect anything, and it's pretty good. Every once, also in a great blue moon, like, one of the balls will come undone in my mouth and I have to like screw it back on. But for the most part, a lot of the time, randomly, I'll just take my tongue out and like sit here and twist it or whatever, just to make sure that it's good. But other than that, it honestly stays just fine. It's pretty good. It doesn't bother me, and it would probably be weird now to like not have it. You know, you have piercings for so long, and then when you like take them out to clean them or whatever the case may be, to like not have them after having them for so long, it's very weird. If you have piercings, then you know what I mean. You get very attached to them and very like used to them. It becomes like a part of you, so to not have them is like very fucking weird. Like, to not have them on this side is still a little weird for me, but I'm used to like not having them now and just having my right side. But yeah, and then yes, I have a smiley piercing, and I did it yesterday. Yes, it hasn't even been 24 hours. We're getting close to 24 hours, but I did it yesterday, yes, by myself. I did not go to a shop. Don't do what I do. But listen, long story short, I was in a car accident yesterday, and I had a lot of adrenaline, and I got home, and I said, all right, we're gonna pierce myself. So that is what I did. It is sorry, that's like a really awkward angle. I'm actually in love with it. I made it really straight. I pierced it with a 16 gauge, so a 16 gauge little piece of jewelry is in there. I don't really know if it's typically pierced with a 16 or whatever. Honestly, I probably could have pierced it with an 18, but I don't really have 18 gauge jewelry. So like I said, a lot of my jewelry is just 16 gauge for the most part. But yeah, so there's really nothing to say. Like, I just did it the other day. Yeah, it's like a little sore, but like I can still eat and drink just fine with it. I keep feeling like it's gonna fall out, and I think it's just because it's like such like an awkward area, and you just have like something dangling there, so I constantly feel like I have like a piece of bread stuck up there, like you have food like stuck up there. But it doesn't really feel bad. It's honestly one of the most easiest things I feel like to get pierced. Completely painless. Like, pfft, I did that shit in 2 seconds. Like, when I tell you it's really easy, it's really easy. But when it came to my tongue piercing, my scoop piercing, I originally wanted snake eyes because I had snake bites. Snake eyes are literally just this, but at the tip of your tongue. And I didn't want it because I didn't want the jewelry to sit behind my teeth and rub. And obviously this jewelry does do that. So I don't see me keeping it for a whole long while, but we never know. It's pierced now, so I'm keeping it, but I don't know how long. But once I see if there's anything that it's kind of doing to my teeth or my gums, I probably will take it out. It's not a piercing that I necessarily wanted. Also, I kind of was proving a point to my friend a little bit. My friend Bean wants her smiley pierced, and I told her I would do it for her if she wants, or she can do it, and she has jewelry and I have the needles if she wants to, because she's been wanting it. So I kind of was trying to prove a point to be like, bro, it's not that bad, let me show you. Like, and I literally just shoved a needle through and we're all good to go. But now moving on to the ears, you know, we have my rook up here and we have my daith over here. I ended up getting both of those piercings the same time I got my seconds done. My first lobes were done when I was 9 years old for my birthday. My seconds, I've always wanted them. I'm not really an ear piercing person, like cartilage and all of that, just because, I don't know, I'm a side sleeper, so to have that, it gets really annoying and irritates me, so it's hard for me to really want and fill my ears up. Like, I do, but I don't, and I feel like I only really do because I have so much on my face right now that I figured, you know, like, styling up the ears, jazzing them up a bit would, like, help kind of even shit out. But yeah, so I got my seconds done when I got my rook and daith. I'm gonna say right now that my Rook and Dave were the most painful, the most painful piercings I've ever gotten, and I would say they're a good 8 out of 10. And why? I'm not really sure why, but it's probably just because it's really hard, thick cartilage or whatever. Unlike, you know, even getting my lip re-pierced or my belly button re-pierced, my fucking, like, anything on my face doesn't even, like, come close to how bad, like, my Rook and Dave hurt. They were both an 8. They both hurt. I'm very silent when I get piercings. Like, I'm very, like, okay, yeah, like, that fucking hurt. But I'm very silent, so I don't make noise when I get piercings. I just, like, don't breathe. But yeah, so my seconds are doing pretty good. I technically did stretch them up. I plan on stretching like all my lobes. These ones, my first are at a 8 right now. This one can stretch up to a 6, but I have really bad issues with this one, and I want to get them like bigger. I'm trying to find an in-between size, and honestly, a bitch is so confused. And someone just give me a link to like a 7 gauge. I don't know what the fuck that is in millimeters. I've looked, I've tried. I'm confused as all fucking hell because I'm not trying to spend money and then it be the completely wrong thing. And just someone help me find an in-between size from an 8 gauge to a 6 gauge because this one needs it really fucking bad. I've been trying to stretch them for like a fucking year now, and it's just not happening, okay? So they are stuck in an 8 gauge for a while, but this, I don't really know, like, the goals and everything. I don't want them, like, huge, because I'm not gonna lie, I think huge gauges are fucking gross. If you have them, I'm not grossed out by you. I'm just grossed out by the fact of how big your fucking earlobes be hanging when you don't got jewelry. I don't think it's attractive. I think big gauged ears like that is like, no, not the fucking move. I would not do that. I'm going to still keep them small, but gauged enough to where I do have like a fucking hole there. But yeah, so my Rook and Dave are the ones that hurt the most. They have been doing good. I do have a little small keloid, I believe, on both. It's probably because I'm a side sleeper, and I try to clean them out and use H2 Ocean Spray every day, but it's just, I do get crusties, and my friend all the time is like, bitch, do you clean your ears? And I'm like, yes, bitch, I do. I just, like, I don't know what you want me to do about it. So she'll literally take a Q-tip and, like, get my ear, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, thanks for cleaning it for me, bitch. Like, glad someone's looking out for my piercings, like... So yeah, they're kind of buttholes. They still get sore from time to time. Sometimes they'll get a little less sore, and other times they're a little more sore. Like today, it's not that bad, but they're off and on, but they're doing okay, so I'm still gonna leave them in. And honestly, I don't even think I could take my Dave out if I wanted to. I could probably take this one out. Maybe not, because my nails won't allow me. But also, a few days ago now, I pierced my thirds by myself. I ended up piercing this one first, and it's literally, I think I did a pretty bomb-ass fucking job. Like, I did really fucking good. There was barely any blood. And then I did this side, and I recorded this side because I didn't think about it until after, like, I already pierced this one. So then I did this side, and this side, I pierced it, and it wasn't, like, even, so I had to actually re-pierce it, like, next to it. But this side was bleeding like a motherfucker. I was like, oh my god, my earlobe is like dying right now. Like, it was bloody as fuck, okay? Like, it was bad. I do have like a little, like, the short film thingy, the shorts, whatever the fuck they call it here on YouTube. I did kind of like take it and like make it into that video. So you don't like see like all of the fucking blood and what it was, and there's really no context. It's just like, I don't know, I was just trying to post something. Alright, so future piercings. I have wanted angel bites. Now, angel bites are having a Madonna and your Monroe done, which is right here. I've been wanting those done, and I originally wanted them when I had my other two sides, and now I feel like I've kind of backtracked because now I don't have them. But also, like, going through all of that and the jewelry and blah, 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 and yeah. You know, all that fun stuff, and I'm scared that someone's not going to make them look even, and then I don't want to have issues with them, but I also don't want the backs of them to, like, rub on my gums and stuff up there. So it is a piercing that I want, but I feel like it's not a piercing that I'm, like, I need to get. I think it's one that I'm still, like, really debating on if I want or not, but I have thought about getting my angel bites, and I've thought about them for quite a while now, but I don't know, they're a thought. They're a good thought in my head. The next one is I want I think that these ones are just called like your high nostrils, but I do want like to have 2 on each, but like, yeah, your high nostrils on both sides. I've also wanted those like shortly after I even got both of my nostrils pierced, and I've always wanted both sides pierced for a long time. Yeah. There is another lip piercing that there was someone from my school and she got it after we graduated, and we were like never close, we just had choir together, and she had this fucking piercing, and I seen it and I was like, bitch, I need to fucking have that, like, right fucking now. And you know how you have your whatever the fuck, vertical labrae piercing? Hers was horizontal, so it went through her lips, so she had the 2 balls in each side. That is so fucking cute to me, and I love it! And I seen it and I was like, I want it, like, right fucking now. So that is one that I have been thinking about for months, and that is like one of my high priorities right now. And if I wanted to, I could probably do it my fucking self. I just need to make sure like I have the jewelry and the correct stuff. I also did get like the little markers. Sorry, I have to let my cat out. I also did get the little markers, you know, that they dot you with and stuff like that. So there is that. God damn, like that is just so fucking cute. And I've thought about, this is why I've thought about taking out these 2, getting the horizontal one and my horseshoes, and kind of changing up the lip area a little bit, but I'm just too connected to these ones, like, you know. And obviously this one has been here for like 3 years now, over 3 years, and it's just like, it's my baby. But like, I don't know, I've thought about just changing everything up. So I look like a complete foot compared to the video you guys are watching, but this is me kind of just updating you. I obviously got the horizontal lip piercing, the labrae piercing, however the fuck you want to say it. I say it different like every time. I did do it myself. I do not recommend, don't do that. It's not safe. I'm a fucking weirdo and I'm dumb, and don't do what I did. It can be extremely dangerous, and I just bald-assed it, but like, it'd be looking kind of good. I know, I did that shit. My foot looking so did that shit. It's kind of surpassing. It's really gross, like dry, you know, that stage of a lip piercing. Because no matter what lip piercing you get, I swear to God, it just, your mouth and your lips get crusty and nasty and dry. No matter how hard you're like taking care of your piercings, like cleaning them, they dry, okay? You know what I mean? They're even dry right now because obviously it's been like, I think like a week or something now. I mean, the swelling's gone down. It's doing really good. Like, I did a good job, okay? I'm shocked, but I don't recommend, don't do it. Don't follow my dumb ass. Anyways. Yeah, so update, I did it myself. Nobody else is gonna fucking do it, so I'm gonna do shit myself. Like I said, don't recommend, 3rd, 4th time. I do not condone piercing at home. But, for anyone that's squeamish, I'm going to show you the picture of what it looked like with the needle through my lip. So if you don't like it, literally skip ahead a little bit. I'll tell you what time to skip forward to. But yeah, don't, if you don't like it, warning, caution, right now. Warning. You're gonna see a very fat fucking lip. Enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, please go down below and hit that red subscribe button. But I will see you all in the next